On the 15th of February, several hundred white South Africans gathered outside the US Embassy in Pretoria. They called for help from Donald Trump and Elon Musk, claiming they are victims of racial discrimination. In South Africa, the majority of farmland still belongs to the white minority. After the fall of apartheid, Pretoria began redistributing land to non-white farmers while paying market value to its owners. The new law allows for expropriation without compensation in rare cases where land is abandoned or not being used.
Everything is so well organized and planned, everything. Like Zimbabwe, I saw this week on a social network, same language. We will not take land. Look what happened to Zimbabwe.
We followed Theunis to the Free State, the most agriculturally productive province in the country, where his family has been farming for 3 generations. Theunis once owned 6 farms, but after several unsuccessful harvests, he lost everything.
After this coronavirus we have, everything have changed. I couldn't get the money I need to try another round. So I'm 58, talented farmer and lost all my farms.
Donald Trump has offered refugee status to Afrikaner farmers claiming to be persecuted. Theunis says he's open to the idea, and he feels threatened by farm murders he says target Afrikaners, the descendants of Dutch settlers.
The murder rate in South Africa per capita, if you take about the farmers per capita, say there's 30,000 farmers, is this the most dangerous work in the world?
Police statistics show, however, that Afrikaner farmers are not the worst affected victims of crime. In a country where on average 70 people are murdered every day, there is about 1 farmer killed per month. And in rural areas, the highest murder rates are against non-white communities. But not all white farmers feel threatened by land reform. Nick Serfontaine runs one of the biggest farms in the country, selling 250 cattle per day and employing 600 people. He helps consult President Cyril Ramaphosa on land reform. He explains that the government has already bought properties from 800 farmers wishing to sell. The main goal is to first make this land profitable.
There are 2.5 million hectares sitting in government. It's going to take ages to sort that out. So, you know, I'm not really concerned about that. I'm staying here, down there.
Nick wants to help achieve land reform goals set during the end of apartheid. 25% of agricultural land has been redistributed to previously marginalised communities. The aim is to reach 30% by 2030. Nick and his manager Patrick have trained more than 750 of these new farmers, and they're frustrated at the government's inaction to help them.
We cannot do without commercial farmers. We cannot do without emerging farmers. We need each other. We want Minister to come to reality and give our emerging farmers title deeds, and that's it. And the rest, they can talk about it, and then those will be talks and talks of fear.
Some new farmers cannot get a loan as their title deeds remain in the hands of the authorities. At the University of the Western Cape, debates are heated between the Pan-African far left and the white, Trump-supporting far right. The minister explained that expropriation without compensation would only be used in rare cases, such as abandoned or unproductive farms, but not everyone in the crowd was convinced.
How can national government absolutely guarantee the protection of private property that is vulnerable to potential illegal land?
At least this government is returning the land between the hands of Parliament, not through the Parliament of government.
Meanwhile, first-generation coloured farmers are busy working. Agmat wasn't allowed to buy farmland during apartheid. Now he runs a productive poultry and vegetable business.
So we started with 5 chickens. So and now we got 35,000 chickens. And it took us 15 to 17 years to get to 35.
Agmat is a beneficiary of land reform despite still not having title deeds. He's not worried about those appealing to Trump. He says they only represent a small few, not the majority of South African farmers, regardless of skin colour.
Yes, it's predominantly white Afrikaners that's farming because they've got the land. But does the land get taken off? No. This democracy is 30 years old. Did they make mistakes? Yes. Did they steal? Yes. Can we write them off? No, we can't write them off. That is what we got. We don't throw people off their land. It's a lie, man. Whoever tells that lie must go. We need people in this country who's willing to say, okay, your dad did this, I forgive you, but it's fine, man, let's move on.
To date, no private property has been expropriated without compensation in South Africa.